okay, buddy? Ugh. Holy shit. What up, guys? God damn. What up, retards? Ooh, 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 do, 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 do. My balls. XPP is based and super cool. It is probably, it's probably like kind of close to what we'll get in terms of like actually a decent. XMPP is a very cool protocol, just like Matrix is a protocol, and Nostr is a protocol. I know people don't like Nostr for some reason, and I get it. But Nostr is a protocol. It's a way to deplatform yourself from the status quo. You know, I think protocols over platforms are much more efficient. I mean, when you look at ActivityPub and the Fediverse, they are light years ahead of just regular platforms. I think owning your social media footprint and owning your place is much more important. We're going to look at some of that because I think people have a misunderstanding why I think platforms are the future. There is some drawbacks to it. There are some caveats. XMPP. Holy shit! How many channels do you have? Me in general, or are you talking to Billy? Billy's all over the internet. Actually, I'm just convinced every person I've talked to is either Billy or Ryan. We're gonna go back into the C grind. No worries, guys. After I get over the autism fixation on decentralized networks and ham radios, back to coding in C and learning how it works. I am looking at reading some malware courses on making malware in C. It's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. Malware is kind of cool. I would like to maybe get to the degree to do assembly afterwards. But we will look at. We will finish this. This is kind of cool. This is very cool. The freeware client. Don't worry, autism for decentralization is awesome. There's actually we'll look at this. There's something called the awesome list. The awesome list is. The awesome list is pretty cool. So it's like a list of awesome services and like software, generally compiled by people on GitHub. And then there is an awesome decentralized. So we have, it will have tell you stuff that is there. This is really cool. If you've never ever seen this, this is one of my favorites. It's called the Agoric browser. It's a minimal web browser in the distributed web. You can actually host a website on here. Pretty much read list. It supports keyboard shortcuts for all you fucking retards that like keyboard shortcuts. Web extension, built-in Markdown, Gemini, JSON rendering extension. Damn, none of it's real. No, none of it's real. Toxic XDR. Do you think that Toxic SDR is schizoid? He might be. Or it might just be Billy. Or it might be beer overflow. What if it's just Ryan? That'd be funny. I mean, the name is Toxic SDR. That's pretty awesome. So the cool thing about the egregor web, it's got a built-in Markdown, Gemini, JSON rendering. Yeah, crazy. Built-in QR code scanner and generate extension. Generate a QR code for the current page. Scan a QR code for the browser action window. Built-in ad blocker based. Local and use local and cloud LLMs. Man makes me think. I think was 9/11 fake? Probably. Built-in support for creating web archives via the archive web page. Open links in new windows. Autocomplete URLs. Persistent open windows. Save files, pages, and any protocol. Right click. Save default browser. Autocorrect. There's some like other cool things, and then there you can also contribute. Hey, non-based. True. This is pretty based. The egregor. I can never pronounce this. Why can't they have like a way to just pronounce it, dog? It's just a cool browser that supports the decentralized web, and you can host your websites on there. I'm thinking about like taking my blog and mirroring it. There's AirShare, a CLI tool module for translating data between two machines in a local network, peer-to-peer, using multicast DNS. Works completely offline. Akasha, a next-generation social media network powered by Ethereum World Computer embedded into the interplanetary type file system. Let's check that out. It's kind of cool. What a Bitcoin boy. Yeah, that is what a Bitcoin person would. The problem with some of these websites, look at this. Nice. Beams, infuse your feed with Web3 magic. I don't like the Web3 shit, but this seems pretty cool. Connect to your terms. The power is in your hands. Building a better web, one world at a time. Can't even sign up right now because it's probably, just a dog shit Web3 idea. There's BitChat. BitChat is peer-to-peer decentralized messaging app that works over Bluetooth, mesh networks, no internet required, no servers, no phone number. It's the side group chat, which I don't know what that means. BitMessage, peer-to-peer communication protocol using to send encrypted messages to another person, many subscribers. Never heard of this. Oh, 2 tin cans. A remote code execution ability has been spotted. Ooh, yeah, let's not use that. Ass, LL. There's Cabal. Cache PGP is a highly distributed cache platform based on WebTorrent and runs in the browser. I love. Is this still around? Oh my god. No! Did this get taken down? I loved. There was a cool website called Google Cache or something where you could cache websites. It includes the JavaScript library once included in any website, makes it every new user mirror of it's kind of cool. I like the idea of it because it's low resources. And it's dead. More users equal more capacity. It's always sad when I see dead websites, so that should maybe be fixed. Cactus Comments, federated comment system for the open web built on Matrix. Nice. Comments built on Matrix. Interesting. See, there's so much stuff you can just build on some of these protocols that make it so much more better. Diaspora, I don't think a privacy-aware distributed open-source social network. I forgot about Diaspora. I remember when I first heard about it. Demo saw secure and anonymous information sharing application that makes security simple and gives you back control of your data. Nice. Based, actually. Member Friendica, decentralized communication platform. Friends, that's dead. Galactic, browser and DApps performing distributed web. Handshake, a decentralized permissionless naming protocol compatible with DNS where every peer is validating and in charge of managing the root zones. So the goal is creating an alternative existing to certificate authorities. That would be kind of cool. Multiple implemented installations be made. Experimental peer-to-peer root naming system. That's cool. I like when people try to go over internet name transfer using coins to prevent symbols attack. I like when people come up with ideas for like solutions. IPFS, obviously. Hyperpad, peer-to-peer collab text editor. Hubzilla. Oh my god, long time ago. Gonna go early, so see ya later, Bill. I remember Hubzilla. I think I set this up years ago, so long ago. And it's still fucking going, which is awesome. Peer-to-peer video chat, private encrypted, share huge files with Keat. No middleman, no metadata, no surveillance, just direct encrypted chats with people you trust. I think I came across this once and it looked It did not look promising. And I didn't care for it. It looked kind of sus. Media safe, decentralized internet and app infrastructure which rewards users for participating in the network. Maniverse, a social network off the grid. Scuttlebutt for mobile. Yeah, Scuttlebutt's interesting. Ship faster with GitLab mobile devs. 3 years, 1 year. Okay, it's not completely. A social network off grid on. What if everything you learned about humans' history is wrong? Mold. I think I used this. I mean, you gotta update. Messenger, voice, and video chat Android phone app that works on local LAN, does not need internet access. This is kind of cool. It's there's like lots of like cool NTP decentralized content. Oh, new node. This is what I like, seeing decentralized content distributed networks. Last year, okay, 7 years, 4 years. Goddamn. Is it interesting? Kind of sucks when it's. There's Tahoe LFS. Okay, that's nothing really. NNTP chan. NTP image. Oh my god, it's like fucking 4chan. Previously known as Overchan, a decentralized image board that uses NTP protocol network. Let's see, when was the last time? 8 years, 9 months, 7. Oh, okay. 3 months. Started in mid-2013 on a non-net. Okay. Network News Protocol. So almost all these channels are AI. Huh. Is an ASIC Punk NTP Chan client written in Python 3. Place a list of nodes separate. And I can use, oh my god, you can use Thunderbird. That's kind of crazy. That's pretty sick. New torrent, a pure job. Okay, it's dead. Obviously, Nostr, Orbit, distributed serverless peer-to-peer chat applications on IPFS. Orion, easy to use interplanet file system desktop client. Patchwork, decentralized messaging and flying, peer transfer, peer-to based files, a simple IPOS-powered decentralized Notepad app, Plumora is pretty cool, been on there a couple times. A secure share, roll call, route, a different approach to instant messaging that doesn't trust anyone in protecting your privacy. It uses the search engine software, peer-to-peer mode. Search your portal, internet search. Create a search portal for your internet web pages. Decentralization. Imagine if rather than relying on proprietary software, demo. I think I used this one time. ArcBlock is a decentralized development platform that simplifies the development of DApps, DLT, Cryptosphere, data token, a okay. The original Freenet. GNUnet. GUN, a cybersecurity protocol for syncing decentralized graph data. GUN is an ecosystem. OK Turtles, DNS chain, secure blockchain access and blockchain ID, generally web login. Tox is pretty cool. Social Home is a federated personal profile with a social network functionality. Users can create rich content using Markdown and even HTML, JavaScript, CSS. All content can be pinned to the user profile. All content can be federated to contacts in the federated social web. That is kind of the cool part about the Fediverse is there's so many bridges that can kind of they can kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? They can work together to distribute your content. So you could have a social home network and kind of like just share stuff. And it's federated. Creating content via. Oh wow. 71 users, you guys. We should read this. My email, I was just reading an account of Walt Disney devotion to making a happier world for children when I read that the company he founded was now pitching gambling ads at them. You're always going to find schizophrenic, everyone. Shit on here, though. Comedian announces as fifth celebrity confirmed for Strictly Christmas special. What? Pope Mobile reported as vehicle of hope. The news desk. A Gaza. Okay. This is why I do like the distributed system. You just get whatever the fuck you want. I might sign up for this. Contains public content from around the network. This is interesting. This is going in my bookmarks. Because you have to remember that Tacket, decentralized social platform, people to share knowledge and exchange value with peer-to-peer messaging, encrypted features. Is it dead? Yeah, it looks dead. Damn. It's always cool when you see dead projects. Decentralized microblogging platform for hackers based on text files. The user is followed and mentioned by referring to URL text. Oh, okay. Damn. Another one. It's running Go. Oh, it's on source side. Nice. Plumora is cool. I've been on Plumora a couple times. We can kind of, I think we can explore Plumora. Look at this. Welcome to the friendly, comfy instance of Plumora. No guilty guilt by association federation. We won't recommend blocks. Block lists and block recommendations are an information source and are taken for granted, but lack accurate verification. Instead of using these options to publicly announce instances of questionable intent, we will inform local users of such within communication before actions. Administration monitors will handle be as neutral as possible. Oh, they're running ads. I'm out. I got Plumora working one time, and it was kind of goofy. There is a lot of cool there's a lot of cool distributed networks out there, but there is a lot of cool other stuff like Miski. Yo, did Miski get taken down? Maybe if I remove EN. Yeah. I need to get my decentralized platforms all synced. Where's like a Japanese? I forget. Miski's like super like Japanese. I think. AI Chan. This is awesome. Miski Poster Girl AI. We are dedicated to supporting you where you visit Miski. Everyone mainly calls her AI Chan. He has an obedient and caring personality. But he also has Chimio ears are antennas and sleeps. What the fuck? According to Dr. S, AI is named for the convenience, and in reality, it is an existence which information integration thoughts born from local act quantum mechanically on virtual space and project their appearance. And strictly speaking, it is not an AI or an android. It seems that it is not. Huh. Birthday, March 12th. Height, special skills, entertainment. What the fuck? Interesting perspective. Let's see what the docs say. Miski API can be used to develop bots, creating a plug and play. Oh, distributing. Interesting. And many others. Fediverse Out Party. Actually, interesting. Pixel Fed. Funk Whale. So enjoy and share music. Oh, nice. I'll have to check this one out, actually. This is another thing I must bookmark. Kind of based, actually. PeerTube based. Mastodon. Lemmy. Diaspora is kind of... Yeah. Imagine like being on every Fed. A privacy rates. If you're a Troy, has a server in your honor. Welcome to Mordor Social, a social networking for orcs and trolls and their friends, if any. One does not simply walk into Mordor. The black gate is shut. You shall not pass. Is this a real? Is this even still fucking... Who uses Friendica? You know, like your cell phone number with pickup artists. Those who invent pickup think... Okay. Anyone who learns to connect with you will find a way to join the Fediverse and such for... If you're a big corp engineer or secret agent, then you're clever. Not convinced yet? Ask us Crystal Ball. It will show you for the reason just yet. Bro, when people figure out that they're using... Like some people... Hello, I'm Fediverse Crystal Ball. I know all the answers. Let's get some answers from... Yesterday's weirdness is tomorrow's reasons why. Can I ask it a different question? I wanted to ask it if big balls exist. Funk Whale, Diaspora, Friendica, Mastodon, all apps. Write freely. A network to gather, organize, and mobilize. Minimalist blog software providing focus on writing and... Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think I came across this once. A network to gather, organize, browsing application for collaborative writing. Lemmy. Huh. Ooh. No, don't want to do that. Social rendering and reviewing, a federal alternative to Google Reads. Okay. Personal web page with social networking functionality, calm grid makeout. Okay. A shared agenda for local communities, decentralized events. Nice. I love the open source community. I truly do. He is weird. Yeah. But that's the internet, man. You're going to run into weird people all the time. There's nothing you can really do about it. As long as no one says, as long as no one posts any CP or does anything linger or just starts being like I guess like a look, people are allowed to have their free speech, but they if they start dropping certain words consistently, just being a troll, then it's more fucking annoying than anything. I only kick people from the chat when it's like annoying. I'll mute though if it's like spam. Someone's spam, I'll mute. Yarn. Decentralized self-hosted social media based on the Twitter. Okay. Transit Fetty alerts. Yeah, like it's just when it only becomes annoying when like spam. I'll just mute. But if people are spamming like just edgy words to be edgy, then it's just not fun. It's just not cool. It's not funny. It's unentertaining. A bot that implements groups functionality. Mastodon. Kid's Son. Activity Pub speaking microblog. Okay, wow. Castbot is pretty cool. An open source hosting platform made for podcasters who want to engage or interact with their audience. I looked into this. I think you can self-host it too, if I am not mistaken. Boo doo 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 do 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 do. I thought about, yeah, I might run a Matrix Synapses server for one of the I just blown the mind. Oh. Yeah, it's like I don't know why people like don't realize how cool like shit has gotten and how cool decentralized has gotten. A social network for humans that is free, decentralized, open, and easy to use. Free open source software for your social network. It's just cool. There's so many options out there. Mini Pub Dev. Minimal activity pub servers for posting federated podcast comments. That's cool. And some of this stuff has been around for a long, long time. And they're now getting the recognition. Like, they've been around for a long time. And it's cool that, like, some of this stuff has been around for so long and it's now getting, like, some form of, like, light and people are finding about it. And it's just cool. Sharky! one of the developers. It's crazy. They think that women exist. I forgot about Sharky. I should check it out again. Funk Whale audio is cool. I gotta start checking out that. That seems just very cool. Hubzilla. GNU Social. I wonder if GNU Social Network is still. Yeah. I thought that got shut down. It could have very well done. PixelFed. Very cool. Well, we're going to go back to this. No. No, not in the background. There's it's not all running in the background. It's just ActivityPub is kind of cool because it's a protocol that's super. It's been around for a long time, and it's like kind of like a way for other networks to kind of like work with each other. It's always been cool, and there, but you know the internet works. Everyone's always second to last. But we're going to learn more about something called the FreeWave client, which is kind of a cool protocol that was, I don't know if it's still around. We're going to find out. I'll be right back. Smoke break? No. No smoke break here. I just had to grab some water. So as we were discovering beforehand, we started talking about the encryption part. We were talking about this thing called FreeWave. FreeWave was trying to find a way that would allow you to, and this is from 2013, by the way, so this is something to put in the back of your head, that people were thinking about this stuff, in 2013. Essentially, it was a way for you to kind of stop the censorship when it comes to your voice system, the components of FreeWave scheme. In this section, we'll describe it, and it was kind of like this. So say your ISP is censoring you, you use a FreeWave client, you encrypted VoIP connection, FreeWave server, HTTP connection, uncensored internet. The good thing about FreeWave is that it uses a protocol that you would have to block that would kind of hurt the entire country. Now, some developers will use back-end services that involve Google because they know if they block Google, They'll use ones that, like, if they block this, they would have to block Google for it to like work, and they rely maybe too heavily on Google. There is some form of good that comes out of like Google being such a huge monopoly, because it allows people to access uncensored, federated, uncensored network. Um, Pretty much, even though the censor may block certain VoIP providers, the censor will not block all VoIP services. VoIP constitutes a key part of the design of FreeWave. They have design goals. They consider the following goals in the design and evaluate the use of FreeWave. Later in Section 5, they discuss these features of the FreeWave of circumvention. So essentially, that's what it is. It's browse internet, HTTP traffic, modem, audio, VSC, VoIP client, VoIP peer. Sensor destination, proxy, modem, VSC, VoIP client, VoIP peer, the internet. There's always a way to get to the internet. The more we start building protocols that are reliant, and we use protocols that are so integrated with society, the harder it is to block and censor people. Gonna start from the beginning and catch up on 2x speed. 23 minutes, you'll be good. The point of decentralization and stuff like this is to build a community of not just like-minded people, but people that you may agree or disagree with, whatever. And the other point is to learn and educate yourself about privacy and security and good OPSEC. The less, more free social networks that you like, the more free the social network is, and the less information it adds, it means that you can participate in society without compromising your identity. That should be the goal. That is technically the goal. Facebook's entire model is, hey, we're free, but at a cost. Nostr is free because relays can be operated essentially by anyone. Anyone can set up a relay, which comes with a cost. If you use public relays, you are giving up some privacy. But you can run your own very inexpensively and interact with the rest of the world. That is the point of a protocol. When you have a protocol that respects your privacy, because it gives you more control over your data and maintains your anonymity because it asks for less information, the privacy becomes less of a problem, and then the cost becomes more of the concern. How can Nostr exist and as a free, completely free type of social platform without compromising the integrity by delivering ads, etc., etc.? Well, node operators will probably accept donations, aka because it's not really expensive to maybe run. The low cost of barrier of entry, that's the first part. Like notes and other things is literally in the name. Notes don't take up that much storage space, and you could limit functions, aka XYZ. Like we're not going to let you post media. How do these developers make money? Well, they probably get, again, donations, so that allows them to continue to do this kind of work. That's another one. But again, Nostr is more of a protocol. The clients is what gives you the view. So as long as there's some decent clients out there, you'll be fine. And I think some people have more of a goal than just dollars and cents. So that's something to keep in mind as well, because not everything has to equal to a monetary value, and maybe they're integrated into the Lightning, Bitcoin, Monero economy, where they're making enough XYZ to cover the cost of running these servers. that is another thing to consider. The decentralized internet doesn't necessarily need to have a high cost. It could be low cost because it's lower tech, and think about how many employees Facebook has, all these features that they add, all these things that they add, and yet they don't charge a thing. So how does Facebook make money? That's what you have to ask yourself. Because Facebook doesn't necessarily ask for money, it's got to make the money somehow. So it does advertisement. Advertisement is an invasion of your privacy. It needs to be able to capture you. So it's got to be privacy invasive. Facebook is going to send Twitter is going to sell your data. Facebook is going to sell your data. Twitter can say they're not going to, but they're going to. Or they're going to find a way to put ads on there that is privacy invasive, that is collecting information. Data is the new oil. Data is a cost. It is. If data is the new oil and you are the product, how do you escape this? Well, you give them something they can't mine. You look like everyone else. You encrypt everything. It's all tiny steps, but these tiny steps create a better, more secure future for you. So something to think about why decentralization, these companies fear it. They might not fear it now because it's like, I'm assuming they're all aware of every social media platform out there. And they're just like, who the fuck's going to use it? Who's going to use Nostr? Who's going to use PeerTube? They're definitely aware of these platforms because they're not a threat yet, but they're aware. Zoom acquired Keybase. Think about that. Keybase, they acquired it and they wanted to incorporate their encryption scheme to Zoom to have end-to-end encrypted Zoom calls or something. That's why Zoom had this vulnerability or bug where the video calls weren't encrypted, and they acquired Keybase and they said, we're not really going to do anything with it. We're going to just take Keybase over and just kind of incorporate this technology into our own stuff because it's such a good idea. So once you start seeing these companies try to buy up, and the thing is, you can't buy a protocol. You can't buy Nostr. You can buy the domain, but you can't buy Nostr. Nostr is a protocol. That's the key difference. You can't buy ActivityPub or stuff like that. That you can't buy stuff that doesn't have an owner. That's why you can't buy the company Monero. It can't be bought by people. So take that into consideration when you think about social media. All right, so we're going to look at the figure 2, the main components of the FreeWave client. Build, okay. Other design details. A deployment scenario. A FreeWave system proposed in this paper can be deployed by good entities that run FreeWave servers to help censor users gain an uncensored access to the internet. We consider the following scenarios for real-world development of FreeWave. In this section 6, we discuss security considerations for each of these scenarios. Personal deployment, a person having open access to the internet can set up a personal FreeWave server on her personal machine, anonymously helping censored users evade censorship. Users can then advertise her VoIP ID used with the FreeWave server publicly, e.g. through social networks, and anyone letting this ID would be able to connect to the internet by running FreeWave client software. To save bandwidth, she can configure her FreeWave server to enforce restrictions on the quality of service provided clients' central VoIP center. FreeWave servers can be deployed and maintained by central authority, e.g. for-profit or non-profit organizations. Then the deploying organization can build and run FreeWave servers that are capable of serving large numbers of FreeWave clients. To do so, the deployed FreeWave servers should be utilized several virtual sound cards in parallel. Also, by creating VoIP accounts on several different VoIP service providers, such as Central FreeWave System will be Service FreeWave client who uses various VoIP services, such as a central deployment of FreeWave can operate for commercial profit, e.g. by charging clients for the use of bandwidth or can be established as a nonprofit system being funded by NGOs or pro-freedom governments. Lots of options. Central Phone Center. As an alternative approach, FreeWave can be deployed using an automated telephone center. More specifically, instead of VoIP IDs, FreeWave will publicize several phone numbers which are used by clients to connect to the FreeWave servers. FreeWave users need to use the exact same FreeWave client software, except that instead of making VoIP calls to VoIP IDs, they'll make VoIP calls to FreeWave servers, phone numbers. Compared to the central VoIP center scenario, this has big advantage that the client can arbitrarily choose any VoIP service provider for the client software, while the central service designed users need to choose from the VoIP system supported by the FreeWave server, though a powerful FreeWave server can support many VoIP systems. Wow. Distributed servers. FreeWave servers can also be distributed and deployed in a distributed architecture similar to of Tor. Anonymity networks, more specifically a FreeWave network, can be built consistent of number of volunteer computers that run instance of FreeWave servers. Software on their chins. On their machines. A central authority can manage the addition of new volunteer nodes in the system and also can the advertisement or the distribution of their VoIP IDs to the clients. The choice of VoIP system. There are numerous free/paid VoIP service providers that can be utilized by the FreeWave system, e.g. Skype, Vonage, iCal, etc. VoIP service providers usually supply its VoIP client software to its users, but there are also some VoIP software that can be used for different VoIP accounts, e.g. Phoner Lite. In this section, we mentioned some candidates VoIP service that can be used by FreeWave. Skype is a peer-to-peer VoIP system that provides video calls, instant messaging, and video calls to its clients over the internet. Rep Skype, by the way. Is the most popular VoIP service. It provides over 663 million users of September of 2011. Skype uses an undisclosed proprietary design, which has been partially reverse engineered in some previous research. These studies find that Skype uses peer-to-peer. Overlay network with Skype users as its peers, and there are two types of nodes on Skype: ordinary nodes and super nodes. Any Skype client with a public IP address of having significant CPU, memory, and network bandwidth serves as a super node, and all their nodes are ordinary nodes. In addition, Skype uses a central login to use the encryption-enabled version of RTP, which is, I'm not entirely sure, probably something with video or voice, called Secure Real-Time Transport Protocol. Oh, there we go. In order to secure their VoIP calls. Now that the encryption supported by SRTP is performed end-to-end by SIP agents and VoIP servers are not required to support encryption, we mandate that the SIP-based design of freeware is to use SRTP for media transfer, similar to Skype. If a user agent is behind NAT or a firewall, it will use an intermediate node to establish its VoIP connections. In particular, to 2-point popular techniques used by VoIP service providers is to bypass NAT, and firewalls are session broader controls, SBCs, and the RTP bridge servers. In the case of Skype-based FreeWave, putting a FreeWave server behind a firewall masks its IP address for sensors, and then the VoIP calls, it will be relayed through oblivious intermediate nodes. However, better care needs to be taken. In this case, unlike Skype, SIP-based VoIP systems are not peer-to-peer. Funkwhale looks sick. It does look sick. I was unaware of it. I was like, where can I buy Monero? Like, use Monero to buy music, and that might be the platform. I'm not entirely sure. Decentralized music is super cool, and I hope it supports the artists in perspective even more. Centralized VoIP. Several VoIP providers use their own servers to relay VoIP connections in order to improve connectivity regardless of the VoIP protocol that they use. One interesting example is Google Voice, which relays all of its calls through Google servers, hence disguising a caller's IP address from the sensor. Also note that the calls in Google Voice are encrypted. I'm surprised they haven't shut down Google Voice. Evaluation of the designation goals. Section B, we list several features that we consider in design an effective circumvention system. Here, we discuss the extent of which the proposal system FreeWave. Unblockability. In order to use FreeWave, a client only needs to know the VoIP ID of the FreeWave server, i.e. server ID, but no other secret public information like the server's IP address. Server ID is distributed in the public manner to the user. So we assume that is known to sensors. Consider the use of encrypted VoIP connections by FreeWave. This public knowledge of server ID does not allow sensors to identify and block the VoIP connection to the FreeWave server. VoIP connections from their IP address, since the discussion in section 4B. The encrypted VoIP connection to the free server are relayed through oblivious intermediate nodes. Given the FreeWave server is set up appropriate, for instance, in Skype-based FreeWave, the VoIP connection to the FreeWave server are relayed through oblivious Skype supernodes. Also, FreeWave servers are not mapped in a particular set of supernodes. Its VoIP connections are relayed through a variety of supernodes. All of the above arguments, we assume that VoIP service providers by FreeWave is not colluding with sensors. Otherwise, the unobservability is lost. Search concludes that this happened if conclusion could happen if a centralized VoIP service like Google Voice informs sensors of the clients calling FreeWave's Google Voice ID, or if the sensors controls the supernodes used by FreeWave server. Cool. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. I missed some of it. We'll probably have to rewatch it. That's okay. Yeah, it is the protocol. So it is the protocol for Skype. Not just Skype, but just VoIP in general. Skype was just the largest, and Skype was used everywhere in the world. So essentially this protocol was using Skype's protocol built into it, and it's kind of interesting how they designed it. They pretty much made it so that you could block some VoIP providers, but not all of them. So they used Skype's supernodes and like all these relays in order to they would, I don't know again if this is still around. I'm not going to check because it will ruin the whole point of reading this. We'll find out after. But it's a very interesting thought when you have, again, a protocol that millions of countries rely on. You could block, Gmail, but can you block email? You can't, because it's written in the protocol. You could block, certain services, but you can't block this entire thing because your country might rely on it. That's why when you're a developer, you have to think about stuff like that. How to design my app to be resilient. I just got to the part where you saw my comment on caching up almost there. I'll wait a minute. VoIP. So we can use Freeway on Tor to do VoIP. I don't know yet. We'll find out. I think it can be routed through Tor. Maybe not. I don't think so. Because Tor has a bandwidth limitation. Although it presents significant technical challenge to perform trade-offs, the primary obstacle is Tor resilience on TCP for transport. I think, VoIP would probably be better with UDP, maybe. While most VoIP applications use UDP for real-time communications, and the inherent latency introduced by Tor's multi-hopping routing. Despite these challenges, I wonder if it could be done over I2P, the more based one. Interesting. So it could be. When I was in the military, they would talk about SIPRnet. Interesting. Let's read on this real quick. The Secure Internet Protocol Router Network. I mean, MetNets do this, I believe, so it's kind of cool. But it's just a protocol. I mean, protocols can be more efficient than anything else. They're not always perfect. It's like, it's kind of one of those things, but is a system of interconnected computer networks used by the Department of Defense and the United States Department of State to transit. Oh, are you talking about like aren't these called SCADAs now? Defense Information System Networks, other components, security needs such as NIP, RNet, which is used for non-secure communications. Yeah, I think I just watched your YouTube Peter Faley channel that showed secure phone comms you might find interesting. I might find it interesting. Yeah, I think these are called no, they're called what are they called now? SCIFs. They're called SCIFs now. The difference of these existing is they are. So this is like what people were complaining about. Why the United States shouldn't use Signal, because Signal you can delete messages, and if government officials can delete messages, you can't FOIA request them. SCIFs are different. SCIFs are for non-internet connected secure communication, blah blah blah. They're kind of interesting, but there's still a record of them somewhere, and they can be at some point, as long as it's not classified information, it can be a FOIA request. So it is kind of interesting. But this is what I would assume what they call a SCIF now. Yeah. Wow, interesting. Up to including a packet switching over a completely secure environment. Also provides services such as hypertext document access to electronic mail. SIPRNet is a component of the defense system networks. Other components joint worldwide systems used for top secret. Joint no electromagnetic waves can enter or leave. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, because as we looked before, and Sam Bent said in one of the live chats, which is interesting, is that HDMI cables can leak information, which is fucking crazy. Behind the green door, undisclosed. That'd be cool. Like, that sounds like awesome. That sounds like kind of like an awesome what do you call it? Doc series. Peter Fairley. North Korea. Hacking Bell TV PR satellite receiver. Satellite and broadcast security, receiving unauthorized signals from foreign. This seems kind of cool. I would like to check. Actually, this seems like a very sick channel. I'm looking into SDRs. So yeah. So they can't be spied on. It's actually kind of cool. Secure communications satellite telephones network. Hacking antenna satellite free internet international phone call. I don't think I've seen this channel, but I've come across it. Like, I'm aware of it. What an interesting concept. Pirating North Korea TV satellite. Flipper Zero controlling traffic lights. I think that's already been shown to be false. Hacking a satellite news link. I think this is the two videos I've come across. Interesting. Okay.
Come back to the channel, and what you're looking at right here is a private
Satellite hackers, Bible, DirecTV dish, bells.
Hey guys,
damn 20
back
minutes.
To the channel, and what you're looking at right here is a private telephone network that does not require any subscription to any external service. What's really cool about this system is that this could be set up all over the world. It would be your own private, secure comms phone network. Any of these phones can call any of the other phones.
They would get smashed by the U.S. military. North Korea, I mean, probably. There's a lot of places that would get smashed by the U.S. military. I mean, we have like an infinite budget. No shit. I don't think that we're gonna go towards like actual physical war. I think hacking is gonna be the new meta.
There's even call waiting and conference calling, and I'm gonna show you how to do it with these. These are analog telephone adapters. So the Sapura 2100 later bought. That company was later bought by Linksys. These are $10 on eBay right now.
Of course, he's an eBay fan. I now hate him.
Now, and each one of those supports 2 lines. And as you see, I've wired them together. Basically, this is a swap cable. The green and orange are swapped between the two. That's because I wired them back to back to pass traffic among each of them back and forth. If you
telephone. My only complaint is because my Zoom makes its own cell network. My only complaint is, well, you can do this now. So the problem is legal litigation and licensing problems. There is something called Libre Cell, and then Open 5G. It's called Open 5G. I went down this insane, like, not insane, but like I went down this rabbit hole. Has anyone in the chat been to DEF CON? No, I would never. I've thought about going to DEF CON, but their prices have inflated to such a high cost that no fucking thank you. Too expensive, and it's like FedCon to me. To me, in my opinion, it's FedCon. I will do a poll though, if YouTube subscribers agree, I will go to FedCon and I'll go and report back. It's just dude, it's 500 fucking bucks. Like when they were $300, it's like, all right, 3 days, that's worth it. But goddamn. It's just insane. I think there's other conventions that are like cooler. But it is undeniably FedCon. I believe this guy's using something like Skype tech that is open source. Oh, probably. There's something called Open 5G, and there's a network stack where you can build your own 5G network, your own private 5G network. There is a cost to it. Yeah, it is a lot. It's insane. It's like an insane price. I mean, I could do a million things with $500. I can go to another country for $500. I don't even like Vegas that much. I've been to Vegas. It's not that fun. It's just like a gambler's and alcoholic and like sex addict's dream in like one city. I would rather pay the money for Black Hat because I feel like I would learn more from Black Hat. And Black Hat's fucking expensive. That Peter Farrow channel is based. Yeah, this is a super cool. I've come across this channel somewhere because I get very interested in build your own 5G network. Yeah, you can technically build your own 5G network. It's not illegal. You just gotta get. It's a licensing thing. You can build your a money. Yeah, it's a money pit. So you can. It's a complicated gray area question. You can technically build your own 5G network with off-the-shelf equipment. You got to make sure you're not interfering with any FCC violations, but it's completely possible. In the video, he's reeling the calls through a Starlink back to the second phone with very low latency. Oh, nice. Yeah, Starlink, you could probably get away with this. You could do like satellite comms. You seen that video with the army and the robotic dogs? Yeah.
More than two together. Then you could just use a network switch. You won't have to use a swap cable.
Nice.
It is using a private IP range, which I'll show you all the configuration and how.
Oh, okay. Army Cyber gets to do some cool stuff. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, the Army Cyber gets to do some cool fucking shit.
How to do this. As soon as we're done with this demonstration, we'll get on with the technical side. But basically, you can.
I just hate how this looks. It hurts me. It looks cringe.
Make a call. I'm going to call this phone here. And these phone numbers, I've assigned them. This is part of the dialing plan. You can create your own dialing plan. And you can use whatever numbers you want on your telephone network.
69, 69, 69.
That's the cool thing about it. It's your own network. You can assign whatever numbers you want. I went with 7-digit numbers. These two telephones over here start with 555. This is handled by the 555. We call that the central office, or the 9X. It was like a real big phone network. You always have different, we call the CO codes or exchanges or 9Xs. This box here, 999, and it handles 999, 1111, and 222, which is this phone over here. So,
it's so old school with landline phones. I don't know, man. Landline phones just look ugly to me. They're just bulky. I need some slimmed down versions.
Basically, I'm going to show you.
It might be my Zoomer brain though.
I'm going to call 555.
JK Audio.
2222. And there we go. This phone over here is ringing. And you will see Batman is calling. That's another thing.
Based.
You can set the caller ID to whatever you want. And then
XMPP.
we will hang up. We're going to go over here on this telephone here, the 999 exchange. Now we're going to actually be calling across from one box to the other. And we're going to call 555-2222 as well. And there's a call coming across from one box.
That's so cool. I know this seems very simple in its nature, but such a cool fucking thing to do. Such a cool thing to figure out and set up. So for you schizophrenics out there, Open 5GS is an advanced open source project designed for building and managing your own NR LTE mobile network. Whether setting up a private network for testing, research, or development, Open 5GS offers a robust solution for configuring both 5G, NR, and LTE evolved networks. Sponsored, there's so many. You could do this. what Moby can be. Moby is still in beta testing. Now you can't wait. We have one mobile plan. It's only $9 a month. Everyone gets unlimited talk, text, and 1 gig of high-speed data for... It's pretty bad pricing, but... No contract, monthly bill flex. $10 finally caught up. Based. You can even get 0% financing with the new phone if you're looking for that. What the fuck? Could you connect to Met? I have done mesh. I do Meshtastic, but Meshtastic, I like the Recilium network better. Because it forces encryption. But I have Meshtastic. But this is cool. This is a very cool, cool concept. We provide, we deliver together. Okay. And then there's Libre. Libre Cell is an open source toolbox designed for automated synthesis of CMOS standard cells. Oh, it's God. What is it? Libre. So, could you get a LoRa device and run on? Yeah, 100%. That's the point. So, Recilium Network is an ad hoc network. Because it is a ad hoc network, you can use anything off the shelf to make the network work. It uses LoRa or Nomad or KISS or TIN type of topology. You can even do some like what do you call it? Like you can do some like peer-to-peer mesh networking like nodes. It's kind of cool. Like you can use pretty much anything. It's built like this so that it can be an adversarial type of environment where I only have a couple of things that I need to make the ad hoc network work. And this is gonna work. I mean, it's a truly decentralized and very resilient network. Now, if you want something more robust and that's been around a long time and has better range, there is something called the MANET. MANET's radios are pretty insane to learn about. They're kind of cool. MANET radios do all this, but they can do video, data, and regular transmission. It's self-healing. It's self-relying. It's like the Did you see Graphene OS, Graphene supporting the 10 now? Yes, I do have a 10 too that I'm going to test and see. They were always going to support the 10. It's just when kind of thing. Oh my god, where can I find it? Libre Mobile? Nope. Damn it. I don't think I'm gonna be able, I thought it was called Libre Cell. Hey Jamie, can you find this for me? Libre Cellular, that's what it was. Ah, man, that was going to give me fucking... I know it's cool to see them finally get it there. Yeah, that's more of a Google issue. Shout out to Jamie. Jamie, can you find that from Joe Rogan reference? Jamie, can you find that from? Mark Q Sound received a Cypher Pink Nobel Prize for building the Requiem stack. Oh yeah. He a genius individual. I don't use this lightly. An amazing individual. Just one person building this fucking thing. And it's such a cool idea. And I found it, and I'm like, why is this not bigger than Meshtastic? And then I realized there's a reason, because Meshtastic has more. It's easier to set up. It's, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever people want to fucking say. But the fact that you can take a QR code, print it out with your message on it, and somebody can come up, scan it because they have you have a public-private key exchange, and can decrypt the message. That's fucking crazy. That's a great solution when you live in a world where your network could be limited. Yeah. Yeah, honestly. And I think that fucker became he did the developer to farmer fucking arc. Like, no, pipeline. He did the developer to farmer pipeline. Which is crazy. It's cool. Every good developer becomes a fucking farmer, apparently. Damn farm. Yeah, for real. We are farmers. So, Libre Cellular. This is kind of cool. So, like, there is possibilities of building your own private 5G network. Again, the licensing thing is the only thing that you need to think about. So the Libre Cell project aims to make it easier to create 4G cellular networks with open source software, a low-cost software-defined radio, SDR, seeking to achieve via validate hardware and software configurations that are subject to rigorous testing together with additional tooling and documentation. So there's Libre Cellular. There's something called, damn it, Open 5G. There's other options out there to make a pretty much. I wonder if Criminal Group could use that. Yeah, they do. They do make their own. There is something called what is it? There's the open. There's you can make your own intranet and your own private network. So there are some free projects out there that like allow people to get access to the internet. So we're actually going to pull up draw.io real quick. We can start blah 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 JavaScript. Okay, cancel. So you could have something called a DNS resolver, like Unbound. You could do this Unbound. Your own DNS server. You could have, and this is like kind of like, that's the thing to do, private net. It's kind of cool, but So you have Unbound. This is kind of like your DNS. You could use Pi-hole kind of in this sense too, but that's more for ad blocking. So this is your own DNS resolver. And then you can have, let's say, like your 3 computers. Say these are 3 computers. So these computers all need to communicate with each other. And then you can have some BitConnect. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm aware of the memes. So you could have something. This could be your storage provider, like your NAS or something. BitConnect. God, that fucking meme lives rent free in my head. Oh, I get it. I'm aware of the memes. So this could be your storage server, like a SANS that could connect pretty much to essentially all of your computers. Like these can be your computers. They got my money. They got my money. Sad to say, RIP. So this is Comp 1. This is something that like people should kind of like understand. Like when you get into a censored country, Comp 2. This is Computer 2. And then Comp 3. So as long as your DNS kind of like resolves everything. Oh no, I deleted it. I deleted Comp 3. Comp 2, 1, 2, 3. Not much, just a little. That's good. So this could be your storage server. They could have like all the because you can do like NetBoot and like other like types of storages. This could be your NAS or whatever. But most importantly, you could also you're like, well, where do I get my information from? There's Kiwix. So you have something called Kiwix. Kiwix is there was something called the Pirate Box. And the Pirate Box allowed you to message, do a forum board. And what's that cable? These are all like these. Yes. These would all be done with like Ethernet cables. So you would make an intranet. You could even build applications that could run pay-per-view. This is app. This is draw.io. So you would have DNS as your resolver, and don't forget you would have a router to do DHCP to hand out IP addresses. This is DHCP to handle the IP address. But when I was a kid, my dad got this box, steal pay-per-view. Got this box. Oh, to steal pay-per-view. What about cable pay-per-view? You can actually do something. It's called DLAN. You could set up with your NAS. We need another box. Don't worry. Many boxes to come. No. Delete. So you could take your NAS. This would be Jellyfin. DHCP gives the IP address to Jellyfin. DNS also gives the use kind of like the resolve part, and then Jellyfin can use something called DLAN. DLAN's kind of cool. LAN file sharing software. But we need to look up DLAN video. Digital Living Network Alliance is a technology standard that enables devices such as smart TVs, smartphones, computers, and gaming consoles to share and stream media files. This is completely possible on your intranet with DNS to keep everything running, DHCP to hand out the IP addresses. It's pretty cool. I'm going to show you this project that is now no longer with us, but you can probably build. You could build it. You could build this. Oh no, spooky connection. It was designed by David Darts, a professor. You could essentially, there's something called the Freedom Box. You could really do this with a router. You could do this with a router, and it will have everything in one. Are they still around? They are. So you can run your digital services from your home. It's called Cockpit, Deluge, GetWeb, I2P, JXC, Matrix, MediaWiki, Mumble, OpenVS, Cirex. You can get all these services running locally. Just something to think about. Oh! There's even there's something called an offline Nostr client. On a NAS? Yeah. You don't need internet access. You can put everything on your NAS and then fucking distribute it through your local area network. There's There's Nostr client, Bluetooth. Ooh. No. Oh. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called. It's really cool. So it allows you to distribute your notes and everything for people that are like local. There is something called local. I mean, it exists. An offline local network for home lab or IP video cameras. You can configure the VLAN. There's VLAN, peer-to-peer settings. For Amcrest, that's crazy, so you could do that. I mean, there's just so many options out there. You just can't, local send, perfect. You need to think about apps that don't need an internet connection. You could even look up like how to. It's called a self-hosted intranet. Interconnection. It is designed to run blah blah blah. We know. Internet in a box. That's another one. I forgot about internet in a box. Man, that is a blast from the past. Oh my god, I forgot about this shit, dude. This is actually crazy cool. OF free info coupled with it's cool. You can actually make this mesh in a sense of way. This is kind of like the pirate. This is similar to the pirate box. The internet in a box is a learning hotspot. It uses dozens of countries to give everyone a chance in remote villages. In India, for some weird reason, it tells me it works without internet, like a community fountain, but for the mind, wirelessly serving anyone nearby with a smartphone or laptop. Easy install. I totally forgot about Internet Box. It's kind of like Pirate Box, but cooler. I think everyone should just even explore this. It is OpenStreetMaps and satellite photos. That's crazy. A learning platform. No, it has Node-RED. It has PHP-MyAdmin. There's just so many options out there to have a decentralized local community. This is why Meshtag is kind of cool, because if you're tight with your community, like the community of people, you have a way of communicating with each other. $5 a month, Starlink mini stand by unlimited plan. Oh yeah, holy shit! Starlink's $5 mini plan is fucking great for this. Just for updates, it's got Samba, bro. I like the content that you're covering in these live streams. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Well, it's kind of cool. It's important. It's cool. Like, I don't think people realize like how privileged like America is, and how much internet access we have, and how much we take it for granted. I mean, the fact that we have the ability to discover this in we have the ability to discover really cool stuff. I had an older friend make me a modded Xbox, the original one. It was bad. And you have to realize that like some of these older systems, the limited amount of RAM they had, the limited amount of processing power they had, the limited amount of space they had to be able to make the games work and function, and you didn't even think about it, is fucking awesome. Yeah, Discord. Even Discord. Discord handles millions and millions and millions. Even if it's like got its own issues, it handles millions and millions of fucking like millions of fucking messages every second of every day of every year. It's crazy. It's cool. Even if like Discord has its fucking problems, it's fucking cool. I think someone even like there's a short on it. Don't worry, we're gonna finish that. Damn, would any of you get a brain? Yeah, I would. What up, Discord, Microsoft, Slave, RSC, fuck the world? Fuck you, Ryan. You need we're on XMPPP. We're on Matrix. We're on Discord.
Imagine storing the trillions of messages ever sent on Discord, while more are being sent.
People have said that Discord, I would get a brain implant as long as it served me mommy milkers at 3 a.m. every day. I've been told that like Discord is financially like the worst. Like it doesn't make sense that it even exists because it shouldn't, because the amount of money that it costs to like maintain or something.
It is critical that the system remains operational without any.
Do you guys think that the answer is Haskell? Because the answer is always Haskell.
Downtime. Discord faced this situation and was outgrowing their previous.
I got nothing.
So
I'm on your mom, JK. True.
This video is based off of the Discord engineering blog article written by Bo Ingram, senior software engineer at Discord.
Wow. He only lasted from 2015 to 2016. How Discord migrated trillions of messages from Cassandra to... Oh, yeah, I think I remember For the Win, dummy. Yeah, you're right. We gotta remember, everything's a fucking database at this point. This guy looks like a fucking Discord mod, though. No cap. No disrespect, but average Discord mod. No SQL, by the way. I have your bike computer. Cap, Ryan. Don't cap to me. How can... Palantir owns Discord. Probably. How can AI manage all this shit? It can't. It's gonna implode on itself. ScalaDB is a source available. Just boo! Just source available, guys. Have you seen Sniper? Done. Where's it at, Ryan? I would love to do a P.O. Box mail call where people send in like physical mail and I just read it. Like of their like schizophrenic ranting or questions. That would be kind of funny. That'd be like very GitHub it. True. On your GitHub? I don't even have your GitHub, Ryan. SkyDB is a source available. Boom! Distributed NoSQL wide column data store. It was designed to be compatible with Apache Cassandra while achieving significantly higher throughput and lower latencies. AI pen tester. True. I like the idea of using PGP for sharing addresses online without openly revealing the info. Yeah, you could, as long as everyone has your public key. Well, you would need my public key, and I would need your public key, but you could. Damn you, Internet.
Link in the description below. Hi, my name is Lewis, and if you're new here, I'm a professional software developer on a mission to inspire
Saying professional software developer is kind of gay.
developers and tech enthusiasts. But before we start, let's roll back a little bit.
The back shots. Oh, sniper is an AI pentest. Oh, that's kind of cool.
On this previously called How Discord Stores Billions.
AI pentesting is, I know, kind of becoming more prevalent. It's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. It's not going to replace developers, though.
Of messages, which is kind of annoying. Like, they couldn't have worked on my schedule. Anyway, if you don't want to watch that video, here's a little backstory. In 2017, the MongoDB database was
MongoDB mentioned, guys.
causing significant scaling issues for Discord as its popularity grew. After experiencing significant scaling issues
Guys, everyone, W in the chat for MongoDB.
with MongoDB in 2017, Discord switched to a Cassandra database. Now, despite some challenges with migration, the team was ultimately able to successfully transition to Cassandra and get their system up and running. Since then, Discord has continued to grow exponentially with over 140 million users in 2021, which means that they had to continue to make updates and improvements to their database infrastructure to keep up with the increasing demand of their users.
What did the why did the turkey cross the road? To pee pee poo poo.
But 2017 was 6 years ago.
This was done 2 years ago. Come on, Lewis, quit being gay.
Into your lane, it just slows everybody down. So not only did this result in slowdowns to this on that which constantly had to be tuned.
Oh no, Java. Java mentioned, guys, F in the chat. Test that on I2P site.
Things would break.
Yeah, for real.
Java garbage collection is still causing issues to people. I thought we were done with this. This clearly wasn't cutting it, so they did what any programmer would want to do when they see something new, and that is to change architectures.
True. You change architectures, not developers.
Here, it isn't written in Java.
Yay! Hold on. I need a yay. I need a yay emoji. Damn it. Damn it. To prove it, it wasn't chicken. Yeah, that's what you get.
The best features of ScyllaDB is the removal of the garbage collector, since it isn't written in Java. So this makes it a great choice for organizations that want to avoid the performance overhead that comes with the garbage collector from Java. So ScyllaDB is designed to handle a large amount of requests simultaneously, and it can scale up easily whether users are frequently accessing the database or not. It is is a great choice for organizations that need a high-performance, scalable, and reliable NoSQL database. So, in summary, ScyllaDB was arguably perfect for what Discord needed in this current moment. So, after some experimentation and toying around, the Discord engineers made the bold choice of migrating all of the databases to ScyllaDB. They were successful and they had moved every database over to Scylla, except for one. And that database being Cassandra messages. Trillions of messages, 200 nodes. This was going to be a serious undertaking. Also, just because you get the latest and greatest technology doesn't mean it's always the best. Sometimes the issues are with your own setup and infrastructure. One of the most important components of any web application is its database. If you had a load balancer that was pointing at different versions of Discord, already there's a huge risk of one of those applications.
No, you're gonna tell everyone that during Thanksgiving's gay. No cap. Dude, my cat got ran over a few days ago, and the eyes popped off its face, and the video is giving me flashbacks. This video, Lewis. Yeah, I mean it could be kind of like
being able to store information on one database, but not being replicated when all is finished. Speaking of which, sometimes the part that we do see doesn't
R.I.P. True.
the new API well at all. So in some instances, maybe
clean humor. True. You should always embrace clean humor.
run into an error message with over 100 primary function was finding their API model for something that should be milliseconds fast. You need a programming language that is fast.
Rust. His answer is Rust. If it's not Rust, then he fucking is lying.
And secure. It's 2023, so of course they chose Rust.
Based! Oh, fucking based, man. We need another yay. Rust mentioned! See, that's what happens when Rust is mentioned. What's a rap thing? What's a rap anthem? True. Free guys, when Rust mentioned, guys. Rust is king has no go-to statement. I hope this is free. As in, like, no DMC check free. Guys, Russ mentioned? All right, I don't want to strike. I can only imagine. Guys, Russ mentioned.
I mean, can you blame them though? And Dropbox are using this daily in their own app.
Yeah, fuck Dropbox. Base, Rust.
Multiple users try to read the same message at the same time. Rather than querying X amount of people trying to read it, it would pull it once and then distribute this amongst the other users. And this solved many problems.
The bug computer I made for you has 4 go-to statements. I don't believe you, Ryan. And the second you... Alright, message me on Matrix, XMPP, or Discord, and I'll believe you.
So the other end, it's no other than Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is in the house.
Call from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, let's go.
Base. We're back to the based
Led Zeppelin.
We're gonna call again.
private caller.
Uh, 555-2222, and we're calling. Another call
Call
coming in.
from
Led Zeppelin, baby!
Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, Ziggy Stardust. There we go. Now, what's really
Ziggy Stardust? This is some fucking Ryan shit.
cool is I can answer that call, and you'll see here I can talk to them. Hello, and we have call waiting. I'm gonna make another call to 555-2222. Now look at that. Wow. We have call waiting. So yeah, you can do the call waiting thing over that. That's so great. Yeah. So basically.
Call from Led Zeppelin. Message about what? The bike computer, man. Send me the GitHub and the files and the STI file. If I can 3D print the parts. What do you mean?
Yeah, you can do everything. You can do the right.
The files are on GitHub. What's your GitHub, Ryan? What up, Scherner?
Telephone, and the thing that's really cool is this doesn't cost anything to operate. You can do this internally in a building within your own land. If you do want to extend it outside of your building to somewhere else in the city or in the world, you would use VPN routers that would then tunnel this traffic, this private subnet. I'm using 10.1.1. whatever. One of the adapters I've assigned 10.1.1.10, and the other one is 10.1.1.11, and we could go so on. Each one just needs a unique IP number because that's basically it for the routing. Everything here is static routing, and there is a dialing plan, which I'll get into how to configure it next. Okay, guys, stick around. Okay, we're going to now move on to a little bit more of the technical discussion here on how you too can create your own private telephone network. And it all starts with these VoIP adapters. These are Sapura 2100 model. These can be bought on eBay right now, brand new, for $10. I'm not making this up. Go search eBay. There's a guy up there in Cleveland selling them. He's got a whole, and I actually bought 20 of them from him. Yeah, I come pass out $10. It's especially when you know how to do these kind of things with them. It's just
Based.
totally amazing. One of these boxes is actually a telephone company internally. One of these VoIP adapters actually does it encodes and decodes. It provides all the signaling and voltages that telephones need. It's just amazing what these boxes can do. Now, most people think those VoIP adapters need a VoIP server to work, and they don't. They can be configured to work as I'm doing here, back to back. And what's really cool is what's passing over those two pairs of wires, the green and orange. That is internet traffic. That is IP. So,
Based IP. Locally.
well, even though I'm doing a private subnet here, private subnet could be tunneled through a VPN router. So you could have one in LA and one in New York, or one in London and one in Australia, and it would work just the same as it's working here. And
God, that's so sick. You could have one in fucking pee pee poo poo land, and it'll still fucking work if it's in poo poo pee pee land. Based, actually. God, I love networks.
Cool is that it is a private phone network that nobody knows about. It's not using an external public server that could be snooped on. That's what's really cool. This is secure comms, and the fact that
Base. Did YouTube just posted a vid with a Halo Wi-Fi Raspberry Pi build for Node, some 3D printed case for mesh network. Yeah, the problem is he's charging, and I've watched this guy like his hashing of DSS cards. Yeah, it's very cool. The problem with Data Slayer, he's charging $95 for his fucking build or his files. It's very cringe. I've watched this guy, like, his hacking, yeah, agreed. Yeah, I've watched the Data Slayer. It's kind of like, ideas cooking up. Yeah. I've watched Data Slayer, not a fan. No offense to the Data Slayer fans. I think it's just a lot of clickbait. The problem is, he wants to charge for, like, an insane amount of money for the STL files, which is kind of gay. Just my opinion. But he did a video on Mannet networks. Mannet radio networks are kind of cool. Either pay, code, do the work, or shut the fuck up. Yeah, but $95 for STI files is fucking insane. There's paying, and then there's like, hey, I'm gonna get. I'll even show the video. There's clickbait titles are not cool. No one has a problem with paying, but there's right here. This is a Mannet radio.
You could set one up yourself.
Mannet radios are cool. It's a high-powered Wi-Fi mesh device that allows you to come in. You're poor? Shut up, Ryan. I'm 10 minutes in. I have no clue what this thing does. Catchy title. $90 is retarded. We've read 1984. Oh, God. I'm jumping off. I need some sleep. Good night, Bo Jackson. Go get some sleep. Appreciate you coming by. You could just buy this. Good stream, though. Appreciate it. Oh, sorry. This was it.
Mountable. And
97. The perfect route doesn't exist. It's free. $97. Remote baseball. It's baseball is gay. Yeah, no. And then Jesus Christ, this is like Mr. Beast level gay. Free cellular. SMS killer. ChatGPT killer. Like, it's just shit like this, dude. It's just so cringe. The case is cosmic to me. It's nice, but not necessary. I wear really big pants, so when I go to the store, everything is free. Ryan, you don't even own a pair of pants. The phone killer. It's just like shit like this is really, really gay. Bro Jackson is a baseball player. I've actually never watched basketball my entire life. Raspberry Pi font size. Is proof of stake the future, even though proof of stake was a stupid idea? I ran a Raspberry Pi license plate scanner. I'm sorry, I can't. This is like the worst form of AI channels. This is like AF it was a person, but like not in a good way. IPFS is, yeah, the interplanetary file system. Sorry, you don't know. Bo Jackson is saying that you don't know Bill Gates or the I don't know actually Bill Gates or the president or I don't know Bill Gates or the president. IPFS is actually an interesting concept. It is cool. There is some privacy problems with it. And there's some problems with it in general. It's just a building block. It's a really cool concept. It is a cool concept. I mean, a lot of stuff has been built on it. It makes the internet kind of more permanent, but like obviously, if the entire internet went out, it doesn't matter. And the fact of tools, tools in the decentralized and web is definitely awesome. Watch this for a second, guys.
These adapters would be talking to each other through a VPN tunnel, makes it even more secure. That is encrypted traffic. Depending on the level of your VPN encryption, yeah, it's going to be really secure. Yeah, this is the way you do it, guys. And this all came about from a video I saw probably about 10 years ago. Guy sets up a couple of telephones, but he's got the VoIP adapter there. He's got a PAP, what's it called that one, a PAP2. Basically the same thing. It was a 2-line adapter. And there was a video here, very basic video. And I'll show it to you right now. the guy basically made a two-line, oh no, okay. I like the Smashing Pumpkins, but we're gonna stop that. Go back here. Okay, we're gonna just scroll down quickly to the bottom here. And I'm actually gonna do a better job of this, but I just wanna point something out. It's his dialing plan, and it starts with S0, that means the seconds, wait 0 seconds to connect line 1, and then he's connecting. He's connecting just internally to the 127.0.0.1 that is localhost, and so he's basically, just looped back to the other line. Internally, he's made an intercom, there's no dialing plan really, it just immediately connects to the other one. So I'm gonna get into the dialing plan that I've created, and you're gonna see the complexity to it, and how it actually works, and how it actually routes. It's all static routing. We're gonna get into that next. Okay guys, thank you. Okay guys, remember I said I got a whole bunch of these adapters off the guy in Cleveland? Well, look at what I've done with these ones. These are generating 14 different analog phone lines, running all kinds of things I have. Now, one thing I want to point out is that the power jacks on these things are kind of cheesy. That's the only thing I've had problems with. Everything else.
Look at your stupid bike computer. How am I gonna look at it? I don't know what your GitHub is. James Bond phone. Another building block. You haven't released your GitHub yet.
Solid. The other thing is little plug-in power adapters that come with them, the 5-volt adapters. They last about a year and then they start acting up. Just bad capacitors inside them. So what I've done here is with my adapters is I've built them into a nice little rack here. It's a little, I don't know, laundry room rack of some kind. And I have a power supply in here, computer grade power supply. I have an old Dell server. Dell power supplies are totally bulletproof. They just keep working and working forever. I've had this running for a while now, and what I did is this thing's outputting 5 volts, and I've got these 10 gauge cables coming out of there to get this thing to focus for you. And I have a fuse block down here, and basically those are 2 amp fuses, and every one runs up here, and each one of these has its own 2 amp power source.
Based actually.
I do that. Each one of those lines comes out here to a distribution and a fixed block, and a cross connect, and from there it goes on out into my building here. I've got an old, this was known as a Logic 20 telephone. It had 20 lines on it. It's kind of the same thing as a Western Electric call director, but I use it for testing all of my lines, which you can see right here.
God, that must have been a nightmare to run back in the day. Could build a private intercom system with a family or business with this technology? Oh yeah, 100%. Intercom's probably a little bit easier to obtain than this.
Test each one of these lines. I use 20 lines per cut, and from there it goes on out.
Like, look at that shit. This is for the motherfucker's house. This is just a guy probably calling himself.
Distribution and a fixed block, and a cross connect, and from there it goes on out into my building here. I've got an old, this was known as a Logic 20 telephone. It had 20 lines on it. It's kind of the same thing as a Western Electric call director, but I use it for testing all of my lines, which you can see right here. And I've got
This motherfucker has too much time on his hand.
the speakerphone here, and we can test each one of these lines. Go through them all. Oh, we got this. Message on that one. Another message on that one. So yeah, that's basically it. And over here I've got KSU. I can actually put these lines on hold. There we go. Just like radio.
Yeah, lots of this guy's not doing coffee. He's just got autism and not ready to admit it.
The old days of the radio stations where you can put lines on hold.
This is some autism, but like in 4K.
So yeah, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Take that device above the power. And okay, have a good one.
Based.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're gonna really kick things up a notch here. This is a continuation of the previous video.
What's in the case? We're about to find out.
Telephone network. In the previous video, we used a couple of these analog telephone adapters, the 2100 model, to build a 4-line secure phone network. Now today, we're going to take this same setup, but instead of just using a swap cable between the two adapters, we are going to use commander gateways, which is what I have right here. And we are going to build a military secure comms network that can be deployed anywhere in the world, providing the same level of secure comms. And we're about to start. Stand by. Okay, guys, to start, this is the commander gateway, and this is the heart of the secure communications over public internet. This is a military-grade product. Militaries are actually using this. is for satellite input. And we're going to demonstrate this and test it with the Starlink at the end of the video, which is going to be really cool. DC or AC power input, very versatile. I know militaries like using 24 volts DC. So guys, we're going to set this up, and if all goes well, we're going to communicate from our Pentagon office here to a battlefield out there somewhere in the world. Okay guys, stick around. Okay, so here we go. We got the commander gateway all set up. It's got 6 cellular LTE antennas on it. But what is it actually doing? How does this thing actually work? What it's doing is it's seeking out all available cellular networks, and it's using them all simultaneously. It's bonding and blending them together. What's actually taking place is your network traffic here on the LAN is being encrypted. This thing is actually running a VPN internally. And it's also taking your traffic after it's encrypted, it's slicing and dicing it up, different pieces, and sending that traffic out over multiple cellular networks. So that adds another layer of security. The chance of intercepting all the traffic on all the different carriers and all the different routes, putting that together with a secret algorithm, and then decoding the 256-bit encryption that the VPN is using, probably not going to happen. This is as secure as it gets. This is military security right here. And as you saw in my previous video, I was running 2 of these back to back. This one here and the one out there are actually still on the same subnet. However, the commander gateways, the 2 of them, I have them.
Why do you have more sub? Why? I don't know. Is this Ryan, guys? You only have 97 subs. Fuck you. This entire channel is a waste of function in my life. Pedal time. Will I get a DMCA strike? We're going back, guys. Encrypted comms.
What we call bridge mode, which is actually bridging the lands together. There is a tunnel from this land to that land out there. It's as if there's a wire between the two. And this actually also passes broadcast traffic. So you network guys probably understand what I'm talking about. How do broadcast traffic pass over the land between two endpoints through a VPN
Where's your GitHub line?
tunnel is actually quite unique, but that allows for what's known as discovery. Not that we need it here, but it is a feature of the Commander Gateway. Very versatile product, and yeah.
Very cool that this is a gateway.
Yeah, so here we go, guys. We are operational.
Oh, you know, it's real. There's camo involved.
So let's take a look at the system out here. There's the other Commander Gateway, and we are plugged into its LAN port. And as you see, it just comes over to the LAN port on the adapter, and we have a couple of telephone sets. This is line 2, line 1, and we're going to go back inside. Who wants to make a call? We are going to call 999-2222. And there we go, guys. Wonder Woman.
Call from Wonder Woman.
That is so funny.
Call from Wonder Woman.
Okay, it's Wonder Woman calling.
Call from Wonder Woman.
We're gonna hang up and we're gonna. Let's do 999-2222.
Call from Batman.
There he is. Batman's calling too.
Call from Batman.
Cape Crusader. So that
Call from
is all
Batman.
coming over cellular, secure, bonded. So just the
Call
electrical.
from Batman.
So there you go, guys. How cool is that?
Batman.
Now,
Call
the
from
battlefield.
Batman.
The battlefield needs to call the Pentagon 555-1111. And there it is in there.
What a Giga Chad.
Hello, hello. One, two. This is your artillery firing orders. Stand by. Okay, guys. Hang up on that. So there you go, guys. Really cool. Secure comms. As secure as it gets. But we're going to take it to the next level. Let's say we're out on a battlefield where there's no cell. This could happen. So you have Ukraine.
Haste.
somewhere. So what they're using out in Ukraine right now a lot, they're using Starlink. So I'm going to go get the Starlink. We're going to plug that in. And we're going to take all these antennas off of it to make sure it's not using LTE. Okay, guys, stand by. Okay, so we got the Starlink edge. This is all you need, guys. Take that anywhere in the world, and you got comms. But Starlink does not give you static ID. So how do you route? Well, you can do it through VPN, and that's exactly what the Commander Gateway is going to do. So let's get this thing set up. Okay. Hey, just pretty cool, guys. I really love this system. Stand by. Okay, so there's the Starlink plugged into the WAN port. That comes around. Oh, there she goes.
Satellite's so cool. Such a cool concept.
Anyways, there's a Starlink cable, Ethernet adapter. We've got our modem right there. Yeah, that Ethernet adapter, the white cable. Just going over into the gateway. And as soon as that guy is ready, Starlink is ready, I'm going to take these LTE antennas off to kill the LTE. I'm going to be strictly satellite. So this is going to be a simulation of a battlefield where there's no cellular connectivity at all. It's going to be all our calls. We're going to be going over Starlink. It's going to be really cool. Okay, guys, stand by. Okay, guys, we are now on Starlink. The antenna is aimed and come over to the command gateway. Again, there's the Starlink. It's wiring Ethernet adapter, bringing this over white cable plugged into the WAN port on the command gateway. I have removed all the LTE antennas and they are stored in the lid. And I will show you, go inside here.
Based.
I ran a test on the commander gateway. There it is there, RPG26. And we can see Ethernet, that's the WAN port. There's our bandwidth from Starlink. Go to 12 down, 3 up. And the LTE connections it had are now failing because I removed the antennas. Obviously, yeah. So,
Roger is this motherfucker Canadian. Base though.
here we go. We are running on Starlink now. We need to call the battlefield. So let's do that now. There it goes.
Super based. Alright guys, I appreciate you all stopping by. Us learning about secure decentralized networks, telecommunications, and encryption. Super awesome technology. Very based, very cool. I'll be sure to stop in again tomorrow. If you have, an internet connection and access to YouTube, make sure to watch how to flip the perfect pancake and comment on my videos so that YouTube knows that I am quite literally relevant. I'll see you all in the next